rice cooker. And Deborah Finally Lived Frugal, and one of her subscribers, which I'll link below, put on a challenge to make oatmeal in your rice cooker, which I think is a great idea because you could turn it on and walk away, get the kids ready, start getting their book bags set, and come back and it'll be ready to go. I think it'd be a great idea for apples, you know, and then your oatmeal. You could get your apples roasted and cooked down with some brown sugars. So instead of doing the oatmeal challenge, I decided to try to make supper in this because I've been watching on YouTube videos on how-to. I'm the how-to expert. And simply Google it. I'll link down any information that I find pertinent and follow those directions on the box. And we're going to make us some rice. I want to call it dirty rice is what I'm going to call it. All right. This will be the rice that I'm going to use. It's rice-a-roni, and on the back of the box is the instructions. The only difference is I'm not using a skillet. I'm going to use this all one pan. I'm going to try to do everything in one pan. Let me see if you're in the picture. I'll check, guys. You are. Sorry about that. So, I played with it to make the oatmeal, but I had instant oatmeal, and it was, you could do that in the microwave, really. And it kind of overcooked it, but I liked it. They want you to put the rice in with butter, and of course, I'll probably use butter, but I like these a lot. You can make them yourself. They're frozen onions and butter. And I mean, I wish I had some garlic, too. I use the cheese rice-a-roni. I've got little counter space like one of my new subscribers. She lives in an RV. I lived in a camper when I was like 17, so I know tight quarters and how you have to have minimal lifestyle. I understand that completely. I shouted her out last video if you want to check out her little close quarters. So, they say to add 2.5 cups, but I'm going to go 3, because what's the worst thing? It's going to be juicy. You know, I could cook it down more. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to use this saute button on here. They've got a saute and then simmer. It says it's cooking. So you have to hit it twice. I don't have the instructions. This was given to me from a friend that is in California. Nathan, thank you. I've had it for a minute, but I'm just now getting the hang of it. I'm going to go ahead and grab some butter and throw that in there. And we're going to saute. It gets real hot like a bottom of a skillet, but you got to have some kind of liquids in there. And I also seen on YouTube videos that you can leave the lid open when you're cooking, and sometimes they suggest it. So I don't have a pressure cooker yet, but I'm going to make do with what I got. That's how we roll. Alrighty. It's cooking up, and it sounds like popcorn is what it sounds like, guys. And I'm wanting, there's like different types of rice in this rice-a-roni, and I want one of them, the longer grain, to get on the crunchy side. So it's actually kind of popping as if popcorn is how it feels to me. I was thinking of this song because I was watching Dan in the Sticks. He got him a new goat. When my little boy was little, well, my kids were both little, we would go to Rock Home's garden where the Amish live, and you can go eat and buy their different types of foods that they make. Spend a day of it, walk through the glass gardens. It's really a neat place to go, Rock Home's. And we'd travel and go to that. And there was this goat pet place where they had built, I would say it was 2 stories maybe off the ground for the goats to be able to get away from the kids or so they could climb up. So I was telling Dan in the sticks, I hope you build not only a sugar shack for your little, he's got a miniature goat. It's a little tiny one. I would take it in the house. I would bring it in the house. And something Dan always says that I was just thinking as I was stirring this rice, is he says, get your shine on. Don't let no one dull your shine. And I was thinking of that little song, you know, my kids would sing on the way down to Rockhome's Garden. And I don't know if I've got the right tune, but it's, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And it's such a simple little song. And it, you know, we should have a little song in our heart. You should always be whistling or singing a song. Have a song in your step, a dance in your step, and a song in your heart. Okay, what I'm going to do now, because I feel like I've got this like little crunchy popcorns, the long grain rice, and I'm going to add the water because I want it to do work. I don't want to be doing the work. I want a one-stop shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off just because that's the only thing I know to do. Add the water. Put the lid down. And then I'm going to pick white rice because I think it's less time. Oop, hit the power. And remember I said hit it twice. I'm going to hit it until that cook button comes on. And it came on, so it'll go off on its own. I don't even have to worry about it. I could go pick up Noah from school or run an errand. I don't even have to worry about it. It's set. Don't worry about it. And then we're going to taste that. Yes, we are. We're going to have a good taste of it. While that rice is cooking, I wanted to show you this magazine I got. Because you know I like magazines. If you can't have time or you don't want to invest time in reading books, you should always be reading. It helps your brain. But it's good housekeeping. And what's cool about it is it's a double issue. You turn it over, it's a double issue. But, you know, I have talked in previous videos about how I want to celebrate the holidays this year. It's been a couple years since I've celebrated. And I got this because of the Thanksgiving article in here. And I wanted to read a little bit to you. But first, one of my videos, someone gave a shout out or said something to me about lipstick. And I've been watching this beautiful girl for quite a while. Honey Tan TV. This lipstick is Milani. I love Milani. It's got bold colors. When I feel bold, I put my red lips on. I like to paint my toenails red too. But it's number 20 Sugar in Milani. And it's a matte finish. What's so crazy about matte finishes is it's called La Creme. I put lip gloss on top. So what's the use? But I left it matte so you could see a really good one. I'll link her below. She's interesting. She does more than. She's a very well-rounded person. She does more than beauty. But that's why I watch her. It's because she's a beauty channel. It says your pantry. Your pantry. The easiest ever Thanksgiving. Golden herb roasted turkey. And then they give the instructions on how to make a turkey. And I do know they have instructions on the turkey. But this is to add a different type of turkey, like just to change it up. Or maybe it's your first Thanksgiving and you're wanting to make that first turkey. I make baby turkeys. I like those little tiny turkeys, and I'll make like 2 7-pound turkeys. Because what we used to do is my mom would have Thanksgiving at her house, and we would all come and bring sides. And I always brought a little turkey with me, and I left a turkey here to eat for the rest of the week because there would never be leftovers. Not with, she had mostly boys. My daughter's the only grand girl. So she had my sister's 3 and mine, and then all the kids' kids. So we had mostly boys. A bunch of ladies had some boys. And what I wanted to tell you is one of them sounds really good to me. It's called Switch It Up. Orange Maple Bacon Turkey. You had me at bacon. Prepare and place turkey and vegetables in a roasted pan as directed, but do not rub with oil or salt. In a small saucepan, whisk together a half a cup of maple syrup, and I have some maple syrup, 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice, and 2 sprigs of fresh sage, and simmer for 6 minutes. You take out the sage, discard the sage, and I guess probably because you're just trying to get the seasoning of the sage in there. Transfer 1/3 of the maple mixture to a bowl and set aside. Brush half of the remaining mixture all over the turkey. Lay 12 sliced thick cut bacon over the turkey breast on a diagonal overlapping slightly. Stick toothpicks into the ends of each bacon slice to keep them from probably curling up. I can see that bacon doing a little happy dance in the oven. Brush remaining maple mixture from saucepan all over the bacon. Roast turkey as directed. Before resting, brush bacon and turkey with reserved maple mixture and remove the toothpicks. Oh, I'll show you the picture they got. I love to look at the pictures as much. I don't know. I don't see no bacon, so there might be another picture coming. A lot of times I enjoy the pictures as much. I go through the pictures first and then I go back and read the recipes. Then I put the book up or I share it with someone else and I come back and I read it again. It's got a cheesecake, but you know we're all about pumpkin. They got a cheesecake recipe. Well, I'm going to go check on our rice. Okay, guys? Done, guys. I would say it took, as long as it took for me to read that article. Maybe 7 minutes. Now, I didn't wait for the buzzer, but I fluffed the rice, and I feel like it needs more butter. I'm a butter girl. Real butter girl. And this gets pretty hot. Let me see if I've got towel. You gotta be careful, it gets kind of hot. I'm just gonna mix that butter up in there. I got the milk out just in case. Because it is a cheese one. Remember, we made the cheese one. Oh, it smells like cheddar, but we'll see. You can always add more cheese to it. Yeah, it's going to need some. I'm using just the warmth that's left in it to help melt that butter. Now, I try to, it don't always fly here, but I try to have a couple frugal meals a week with no meat. You can substitute beans, but, you know, we're talking if you ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks, 2 meals, it's not really that much. You know, you can do that, or you can have a lighter meal like a fish or a chicken for those meals. And this rice is coming out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and fry up some hamburger. I probably could use this to fry it in. Take out the rice and then re-enter it. I'm going to add a little milk. And then we're going to taste it. See how the rice turned out. I figure once you get used to your pot, this is kind of a larger one. They come smaller, and I could probably be happy with a smaller one. This would have done 2 boxes easy. As much room as in this thing. And I like the idea of one pot. One pot cooking. Let me get a taste bowl. Let's try this out. Let's try her out. And a spoon. I like these little taster forks. They're like a pickle fork. I like them. Hopefully you can see this all right. Oh, I smell the onion. That's what I'm smelling. I like onion. I like garlic too. Onion and garlic go hand in hand. I just don't have no garlic. I have garlic powder I could add to it. It's actually cooked perfectly. I was afraid I might have overcooked it while I was reading my magazine with you. I like to smell food as much as I do like to eat it. And I like to make little cute dishes so it makes the food look bigger. Like this is kind of a big dish. But you could get you some at a yard sale if you don't have already teacup saucers. I gotta find my teacup saucer. And you just put it on the plate and it makes you look like you have so much more food. It's really good. I can eat it this way. It's got cheese in it. It's fine for me. Noah boy would eat this. He wouldn't know there was onions in it. But I'm going to go ahead and cook some hamburger. I have to eat it all. I'm hungry. You guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And let me read you a little bit out of a magazine. That was fun. And I appreciate you much. Until next time.